Okay, obviously I'm back, and I had a very interesting Memorial Day weekend. And so I'm going to talk about my Memorial Day weekend as my monologue. And then I'm going to talk about slot cars. Something has happened over this weekend that I was able to get a better perspective of what's going on with slot cars. So I'm going to basically give you my my perspective. Ahoy! Good morning, everybody. About my perspective of my camping trip with my grandsons, with my sons, and my nephew. Okay. So I've had 3 boys already. Okay. I had we had 3 boys. I had 4 boys, but Derek died when he was about a month old. Sad. You know, when you lose a child so young, you think about, well, what would it have been like? You know, he'd have been 2 years older than David, or than Daniel, and his name was Derek. And you just wonder, well, how would a Derek been? How would he be? You know. And so I've had 3 boys. They were pretty good kids growing up. I had a lot of fun. Now I'm a grandfather. Okay, and so I took my two oldest grandsons, Cameron and Mason, because you can't take 3-year-olds. You can't take kids that are still in diapers. Okay, it just does not work. Okay, so the youngest one I took was my nephew. Okay, and that's my sister's son. Okay, so I'm his uncle, and his name is Connor. Now Connor's dad died, okay, when he was born, before he was born, I guess. So he's had no dad, okay? He's had no male, he's had no male influence as being a father. And I don't care what anybody tells me, and I don't care if people get upset with me. You need a male influence in the house, okay? That's all there is to it, okay? I don't care if you tell me, oh, no, you don't, Bryan, you're crazy. I don't care, you're crazy. A couple weeks ago, Kathy had called me and says, Connor's not behaving. And you need to go down there and straighten him out because he's not listening to his sister. And so I go down there, I open up the door, and I walk back. Connor is sitting. I said, listen, Connor. Uh-oh, what happened? I said, listen, Connor, you better listen to your sister, and if I hear one more word, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to spank you on the bottom. He said, okay. So here's what I noticed about Connor. Now, Connor is 4 years old, 5, I think he turned 5. So when I didn't have to do anything for Connor, in the sense, I didn't have to tell him, I didn't have to get his clothes out. I didn't have to tell him to fold his clothes. I didn't have to tell him to do anything, okay? He would get, in the camper, his clothes were in this little drawer. And I say, go change your clothes, Connor. And he would go in there, take his drawer out, set it on the bed, unfold his clothes out, put the clothes on, put those clothes, and put them away. Perfect. Now you see all the videos. I've showed most of the videos of what happened. So, out of 10, 1 being the worst camping trip I've ever taken, and 10 being the best, I really have to give it a 10. Because really, even the incidents that we had, okay, so the last night, okay, so this was Monday night, okay. I told them, okay, guys, get yourself, because they were playing around, running around, and then they got into the camper, and I said, get everything, because I bought them these glow sticks for them to play with that night, and all of a sudden they're having arguments. And David's crying, said that Mason had broken some and that Connor had broken some. Then I found out that Mason said, no, I didn't do any. So here's how it started with Mason. I said, so who did these? Mason, I didn't do anything. I did one. So Mason then started one. Well, so Grandpa goes from, happy to, listen here. And so Mason starts to cry. And this is the first time I've ever seen Mason really cry. And then it was, he did 2. Okay. And then he said 3. I said, fine. You know what, you guys, just turn off the lights, go to bed. Unless you guys can come to a decision and come and tell me exactly what happened, just go to bed. So I go outside, I'm sitting by the fire, and all of a sudden Frankie's the one that's tried to get things together. And Connor said he did 4. He had broken 4 of these glow sticks. And then David found out that he had broken them, and David got mad. And then I found out that David threw some. So, and I kept telling him, nobody wanted to admit it. It's really funny with these kids is they all go, I didn't do it. Not me. Not me. I didn't do it. Not me. And so I told him the story of the movie with, I can't think of the guy's name at the top of my head. He was in Rocket Man. And a very funny movie. Anyways, it's called Rocket Man Highland. I think his name is Highland something. Anyways, and he's really funny too. It's really sad that his career didn't take off because he was a very funny actor. And he was in the movie Rocket Man. So anyways, in Rocket Man, they're on Mars, okay? And their spacesuits aren't working, so they had to connect them with one hose between both of the astronauts. And Harlan's in the back, and the other astronaut, the captain, he's walking, and they're connected by a cable, okay? And all of a sudden, Harlan farts, okay? And obviously they're sharing their air. And the captain turns around and goes, what's that? He goes, and Harlan goes, not me, not me, not me. He goes, what do you mean not you? We're only 2 people here. It's got to be you. And and these kids, it's amazing. I said to him, I said, it's amazing how you guys all want to blame somebody else. Oh, I got to take a time out here. I got to time out for a second. I got to give you, I went to go see, I took the boys last night because I wanted to see the ending of this Mission Impossible. And worst movie I've seen in, and I'm surprised Tom Cruise didn't come out with a better finishing to this thing, because this movie was terrible. You know what it was? It was just a movie to make money that you didn't really need. They could have finished this in one movie. Okay, so the latest Mission Impossible, terrible. Absolutely terrible. They emphasize that Tom Cruise does all his stunts. Okay, fine. I don't care if he does his stunts. But this stunt of him on the airplane, okay, was way overdone. I mean, come on, Tom. I get it. You're 60 years old. You want to show us that you can do. Okay, fine. Okay, but there's no way on earth. I don't care if it's Mission Impossible. It's impossible for you to be hanging on that airplane. Okay, and it's over the top. Okay, and then the submarine scene was even worse. Listen, I was on a submarine. The maximum amount that you can blow and go was about 100 feet. That's the max, okay? And for him to be blowing and going, and all of a sudden in freezing weather, and you don't have thermo, everything wrong about that movie, okay, was in that movie. Okay, now they wanted to tie things up because they've been making these Mission Impossible movies ever since 1996. Okay, so it's like you've been doing these 30 years, really. Okay, and this is the last one. Okay, so this is it. Now obviously there's not going to be. This is the last. They're going to have another one, but the whole premise of the movies. Here's why I never liked Mission Impossibles, okay? And this is just me, okay? I watched the original. Mr. Phelps, okay, was the guy, all of a sudden, now you've taken it to, he was the bad guy. I didn't like that. I just why do you do this? That was in the original. And the kids did not like it, okay? And I was very disappointed. I was highly disappointed. Okay, the ending was the most anticlimactic, boring ending I've ever seen in my entire life. It's like watching a silent movie. It's just like they're all looking at each other. Really. So I've spent, $7, $8 to go to this piece of crap. Okay. It was, honestly, listen, guys. Now obviously everybody has an opinion because everybody has a rectum. But Mission Impossible, Final End or something, or Final Vision, or let's make another stupid movie. Had no plot. There was no plot to the movie. It was just what it was just a bunch of scenes that really didn't connect anywhere. Okay. And this bad guy, he's playing the bad guy is supposed to be, ahead of him, and then all of a sudden his death was just, oh really? That's how you're doing it? Everything about the movie was wrong. And it's amazing how Tom Cruise, I haven't been a fan of Tom Cruise, I will admit. Okay. But there's two movies that I like that he did, which I extremely like, and that is Oblivion and the repeating movie, something tomorrow. Those two movies I liked, okay? And I've watched most of the Mission Impossible movies because each one of those there was a beginning and an end. But it seemed like there was never an ending. It was just like going on and on and on for 30 years. I mean, there are a lot of people that have died, okay? And you couldn't have finished a movie? I mean, seriously, people, it's like, oh my, how agonizing was it, okay? I didn't enjoy the movie at all. Even the submarine scene, okay? You're the submarine is at least 400 feet. Okay, and you might think, well, that's not a lot. Well, 400 feet on a submarine is a lot. Okay, let me put it that way. Okay, and they reused. Here's what's amazing. Now, what happened to my phone? Now, why did that die? I don't know why that does that. I think there's something wrong with X. Wacky Wednesday Part 2. I don't know what happened. I don't know why that does that. I don't know why all of a sudden that live stream dies. I don't understand why it did it. I don't understand why the live stream dies, but we're here again. Yippee-yi-yo, Kaye. Huh. I don't know why X is all messed up. So, Mission and Final Reckoning, I think it's called. Final Reckoning. I don't know what it was terrible. Okay, it's not a movie you want to see. There's nothing to it. It's like I honestly was hoping to see a really. Here's what I was hoping to see is that they were going to neatly end it. I didn't want a time capsule of all the possible Mission Impossible movies. Okay. Now, I'll probably be the only one that has a comment about it, and everybody else is, they'll probably say, well, that's the way it is, Bryan, and you're wrong, and I don't know what's wrong with X. Something's wrong with X. Anyway, so we had a great time camping. The boys had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. I had so much fun. I love cooking, especially for the boys. They enjoyed all the meals that I made. We had just about every kind of meal you can possibly imagine. We cooked hot dogs on the fire last night or on Monday night, and Connor and Cameron and Mason. Now it's funny about Cameron and Mason. So Cameron, he's an odd one, okay. And the problem is the problem with Connor is, or not. The problem with all of them can swim except Connor. Connor could not swim, and he had to have on these little arm floats, which I finally got him, and he had fun. But he's not a swimmer, and I should have just thrown him in the water and just be done with it, because the fact of the matter is that you will learn to swim sooner rather than later. You're going to kick and paddle like a dog. Okay. The movie John Wayne where he throws the kid in the water, that is the truth. You throw a kid in the water, especially if he's 8 or 9, he's going to know what to do. He's not just going to sink into the water and drown. It's not going to happen, okay? Unless he's absolute been pandered his entire life. So we went to the movies, and then something extraordinary happened last night. which really came just literally from the blue. It just, or from the, what do you say that? It's, out of the blue. So we're driving and we're in Wayne. We just turned into Wayne. I just turned past the library, and all of a sudden Frankie goes, "Stop the car. I want to run home. I want to lose this fat." What? He goes, "Stop the car, Dad. I want to run home. I want to get rid of all this fat." I said, "Ooh, okay, Frankie." So I stopped the car, and he ran home. He literally ran home, okay, from the post office. Well, actually, it's the library. I stopped right at the library. I stopped right in the middle of the street. And I said, "Go, Frankie, if you want to go." And I'm looking at him, I go, "Where'd this come from?" I didn't say anything about anything. It was just David and I were talking. And all of a sudden, Frankie goes, "Stop the car." He did. He just yelled. He goes, "Stop the car, Dad. I want to run home. I want to get rid of this fat." Okay? I said, "Ooh, all righty." He's got to. Yeah, it's not something that it's like when I'm feeding him, it's like it's like Frankie was abused when he was a baby. There was no food in the house. Mark would tell me that they would get one can of Spam between them, and Frankie would be wandering in the streets in diapers. Okay, so he really never knew what real food consumption was, and he was the biggest problem of the four, with food, because David really never had any problem with it. And all of a sudden we probably eat too much, but I'm trying to go with portions, so like when we were camping, everything was a portion. I mean, you saw those little trays. I put a little bit of baked beans, a little applesauce, just everything in portions. I don't know what happened to Frankie last night, and I don't know if it was just a fluke, just was out of the blue, but all of a sudden it was like, and I've been praying a lot about Frankie. I said, it's all of a sudden it has to hit him. He says, something's going to have to hit him and say, "Well, you know what, I can't keep going like this." Because he's got the next 4 years. Now, here's what could happen, okay? He's going to be at least 6'2", Frankie will be, okay? He's right now 14, all right? The next 2 years is when he's going to start growing. He's got huge ears, okay? And this is when he's going to start growing. Now, if he can manage his growth, but not overconsume, he's going to be a large kid, but he won't be obese. That's what we're hoping. Now, so that was the weekend. We camped, we swam, we did match rockets. That was just sweet on Monday. So we did match rock. I don't know if you guys watched that video. Go watch the short that I did about the match rockets. I had a match rocket that launched literally 11 feet. I mean, that thing just went shoo. And I used to do match rockets when I was a kid. Literally when I was 10 years, I was about 13, 14. I started doing them in Bowling Green, when I lived in Bowling Green. I'd do them outside the backyard. My friend Greg and I would do match rockets. We would get them to go 10, 20, 15 feet. If you wrap a match rocket correctly, okay, and it has the right amount of sulfur in it, okay, you can get that thing to launch, okay. Now I didn't have a launch pad. I just kind of, if you I just lay them flat and then they shoot off, so they kind of go like automatically dive. But if you can get them to go high in the air, they're pretty fun. It's basic. It's just basic engineering. Okay, I mean it's just physics. It's basic physics. You know, you're taking the match. Okay, and it's an explosion, and you're directing that as a propellant, it's coming out of the bottom of your match rocket, which is making it go. Okay, it's quite amazing. And the kids we must have done, well, the cup that we had, it was started on fire. You can see the video, but we must have had, oh, it wasn't a short. That's right. We did a live stream that we were an hour. We must have done 100 match rockets. The boys each did it until they could get at least, and Frankie, he went the longest. He next to me, he did about 7 feet. So the match rockets were pretty awesome too. Now let's talk about slot cars, okay? Because we have some problems here going on. And I can't go into any details right now. And hopefully we'll have a clarification on Monday. This is basically a short week. It's called holiday week. It's when your holiday is on a Monday, and then Tuesday is the recovery day, and then Wednesday is the end of the week. Then Thursday's your hump week, and then Friday you're already geared up for Friday. I'm telling you, Mission Impossible was a terrible movie. It was just a series of stunts. That's all it was. It was a series of stunts. And I'm very disappointed in Tom Cruise. Very disappointed. Okay. Because normally he doesn't allow this kind of movie to be made, but you know, it really was disappointing, highly disappointing. I don't know what else to tell you. Now, so we have some things that we have to clarify. I've got to get a couple clarifications, hopefully by Friday. And then on Monday, I can kind of inform you, all you slot car fans, what is going on in the way of slot cars. I don't know how else to tell you that. I don't know what to say. Now, I want to do this. I want to do tomorrow night on, and I don't know whether to do it on Whatnot, is to do an auction on Whatnot or to do it on my channel. But I want to basically be selling a lot of the cars that total views, no views back. Something's wrong with something. Oh, there we go. Total view not 0. All right, so we're finally up on YouTube, on X. But so this somebody sent me this. This is how funny life is, okay? So this guy, Brent, now I think he says forget the diet, drink a Coke. So this is what he goes, forget the diet, drink a Coke. And he sent me you can't make this stuff up. You really can't. You know, oh, and you know what? It's really sad to hear, and I was shocked to hear about it, that Phil Robertson of Duck Dynasty passed away. I didn't even know he was I didn't know that he was even sick. And it's just really sad. That guy was an amazing guy. That guy could have been an NFL player. He was actually better. Even Terry Bradshaw said that he was actually better than Terry Bradshaw, but he wanted to go a different direction. Very sad to hear about Phil Robertson of Duck Dynasty. I didn't even know that he was sick, and he passed away this weekend. It's really sad. I didn't even know that he was sick. And I was watching last night, and then they had the SpaceX launch number 9 that well, what is so funny about SpaceX and launch number 9 is that the super heavy had already been launched, and they refurbished it, and they wanted to test some things out, and so they decided not to land it because they wanted to basically test, like, if you lost some engines, or if you did this, what would happen. And so they just used it as a like an experimental. I mean, that's what this whole thing is. They're still in experimental mode. You know, everything is experimental with this SpaceX. And just the fact of them reusing a $100 million rocket, okay, is alarming to begin with. So here's the can of Coke that Brent sent me. He goes, Brent says, forget the diet, drink a Coke. Brent, okay. I mean, where do you come up with this stuff? Really, seriously, where do you come up with this stuff? It's like, listen, I didn't make this stuff up, okay? It's kind of like, you got to be kidding. Now, I'm kind of like I'm kind of like in recovery mode, okay, and I'm trying to get myself on track of what I want to do today and what I want to say, but I'm really not going to be full bore today. I'm going to try to be somewhat coherent today, and we are going to try to have a fun day here. But what I wanted to talk about is, summertime is a good time to relax and do certain things that you normally don't do, okay? And there's a lot of things to do in the summertime. And Pro Tinker, we have all those things that you can do in the summertime. Now, I was going to do a sailboat when I was camping. And then the sailboat I got had the wrong instructions in it, which I was quite upset about, which I have to contact somebody about that, which I will let you know later. We've got Tiger tanks, we have RC cars, every kind of RC car, but none of the stuff in here is organized right. I don't like anything in here. And I have a feeling that on Friday I'm going to change everything in this room. And because this room is not being used correctly. And nothing is done right in this room. Nothing. There's nothing in this room that is done correctly, okay? And I'm trying to think of it. It has to have shelving, but the shelving has to be correctly made, okay? And none of the shelving in this room is correct. It has to be 2x4s. so that you can get max amount of product on the shelves. And only two, you got two walls. You can come out here by 12 inches, which is fine. And then you go on that side there, okay? And then this wall here would be for basically bulk items. And I have to have Nate make this new shelving unit that I want made. But I need more wood. So we basically have, in the summertime, you guys can start building stuff, okay? Now, summertime is normally a time to start a new project, okay? And now summertime, Derek has really serious. So Derek literally has serious problems, okay? He's becoming I don't think he can live a day without hearing my voice, okay? He literally called me every morning while I was camping. And yeah. Yeah. Okay, so here's the situation. Now, let's see here. Let's check something out here. Now, we had a... Now, there are a lot of deals that we had taken down, and a lot of Bryan's bargains are going to be coming back. But we have a lot of programs and a lot of... I have no idea what I'm talking about right now. Oh my gosh. All I know is this. We have every kind of race set you can possibly imagine. We have the NASCAR full throttle set from Love's, okay? This is just a great set, all right? It's a tri-oval set, all bank curves, okay? And it comes with the Super 3 chassis. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to do a special pricing on this set. Just to give people it's a CP 8160. I can't read anything. 81 CP. All right, so they're $199. We are going to put these sets on sale for $149. And I'm going to tag it with Bryan's bargain. So you'll find it under the Bryan's Bargain Van. So if you want a bank curves set, they're on sale for $149.99. $149. We're on sale right now. Yes, sirree, Bob. On sale right now. $149. Yes, sirree. $149. $149.99. And so those sets you can get right now, you can get into slot cars. Now, we've got the rally set. That's probably the best set we've got right here, the rally. Now, that was in a Bryan's Bargain. I think Bryan's Bargain number 36. Now, that's a draft right now. I'm going to put that back into sale. Yeah, that was it. I'm going to take that off a draft. I'm going to activate that so you get 10 cars. You get 10 extra cars. This is a great deal for $5.99. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put that on sale. I'm going to put it on sale for $4.99. I'm going to knock $100 off it right now. One day you get $100 off. $4.99. $499 what you get. You get a bunch of extra cars, track. Oh my gosh, what a deal. Only at ProTinkerToys.com. So, plus we have our exclusive, our orange GT40, beautiful car. So the Indianapolis 500 ran. Those cars are really quite amazing. Now, it's funny about the Indianapolis 500. So that is an American race, okay? Those are American open wheel cars. You can't call them F1s because the F1 people get upset with you. You can't really call them Le Mans because they're not a Le Mans style car. They're Indy, okay? They're an Indy car. And what's really funny about that car, so these are supposed to be Indy cars. And these are completely different than the ones that raced on Memorial Day. Did you see how many people were there at the Indianapolis 500? Unbelievable. And that is an Indy car. But that's an older Indy car. Because these Indy cars, the new ones they've got, these are really completely different. They've got these shields in front of the drivers. Your back end is different. Completely different design car, the Indy cars. And it really is quite amazing race yesterday or Monday. And that's the Indianapolis 500 ran. A lot of things have happened over the weekend. I mean, just a lot of things happened. And it's quite amazing. But we've got the GT40, the Ford GT40 orange. 22109 is the item number, 22109. If you're a club member, you get a discount. Looks like we've sold all of the colored versions of these cars. All we have are the unpainted versions. So those are all sold out. We do have the, this is the club car. We're still shipping these out to people. I'm kind of still a little bit I had a fun time camping. I'll tell you, that was a fun time. Why doesn't this want to go in here? And that's the yellow car. Now, we, so today is sponsored by Coca-Cola, by Brent. He says, forget the diet. You can't make this stuff up. He sent me a note, forget the diet, drink a Coke. I don't understand, honestly. I'm surprised Adam didn't do that. I was very disappointed Adam didn't do that. It was Brent that did this. Forget the diet. Forget the diet. Drink a Coke. Somebody must have sent that. Hey, Xavier, do you know if I got a box of... I'm supposed to get a package, but it doesn't seem like I've got it yet. Well, we've got 0 watchers on X. So I did all the specials for the Bryan's bargains on all the 132nd cars. Nobody bought any. Not a single one. Not a single one. My hair is I'm finally losing my my blonde. It's all gray now. I wonder what I see. My eyebrows, that's my hair color. I wonder if I should wonder if I should dye my hair to the color of my eyebrows. What do you think? I think I'm too young to have gray hair. What do you think, guys? Think I should look at it? It's all gray. Think I should do that? Is dye it to my eyebrows like a light brown? I wonder what I'd look like. It just seems like I'm too gray. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not. It's not that I'm not in the mood. You know what it is? You know, I was excited. I don't have the excitement anymore. And if I don't have the excitement anymore, it's really hard for me to be motivated because I don't have to be. See, the fact of the matter is, I have done everything that I've wanted to do in life, okay? And in some ways, I've done 2 or 3 times that same thing. I don't have to prove anybody anything, okay? And I'm at that point right now that unless something changes dramatically, okay, I'm coming to a fork in a road, okay, per se. And I'm looking at that fork and saying, where do I want to go? I can make that decision. I don't need any outside help. I don't need any outside information. I can make that decision, okay? And, you know, I don't need anybody's help. I don't need anybody's assurance. when you've done as much as I have done over the last, 65 years, there's not a lot more to do, in a sense. Now, is there a lot that I'd like to do? There are two things that I'd really like to do, okay? One of them, I don't think is going to happen. I just don't think it's ever going to happen. Now, would I love it to happen? Yes. I'd love to be either a congressman or a senator just for one term and just go to Washington and just tell them all, you know what? You guys are an absolute joke. Okay. I'm doing this because I don't need it, but I'm doing this to tell you that what you're doing is all wrong. And just go for one term and that's it. Okay. And not have any expectations to do anything, because that's the problem, is they got to quit doing a lot. We don't need their intervention. Okay. That's the problem, is we don't need them to tell us what to do. Okay. We have enough laws. Okay. We have enough, so-called morals we don't need any more, or we have really enough laws. They could all just go home for a year and I think things would run a lot better. The other thing is, I have a lot of ideas in my head, okay? I have a lot of ideas in my head. And I would like to explore, how do I do those things at 65, okay? How do I do those things at 65? Okay, most people think, well, how do I do those when I'm 30 or 20 or, they're dreaming then. The problem with me is I'm still dreaming, okay? And that's my problem. Will I be upset if I never accomplish some of these things? No, I'm completely content on what I've done over the last 2 years, okay, or last 5 years, really. So, when you're looking at things you want to do, it's like, who else do I have to prove? Outer World has, they're going through some very question time. But I think everybody is in that question time. I was watching a video last night of MRC in Italy and how they're making their cars in Italy. All their slot cars are made in Italy. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, people always say, well, you can't. I hate the word can't. People say, well, we can't do that in America anymore. That's impossible to make that type of. We cannot make these cars in America. It's impossible. And I say to them, that's bull crap. Okay? That is bull crap. It's not that we don't want to, it's not that we can't, it's just we don't want to. Okay? You're telling me that they can't make a machine, okay, that can mold this car, paint it and everything, and be close to what we're selling them now in America, that's crazy. But it's what we choose to do. Here's a car, okay, 3D replicas. He's doing this car, okay. He's making these cars, okay. He's making these on a 3D printer, okay. Now, is it the same quality as an Auto World car? Well, some could question that. Some would question that. Do we need the detail that's in these cars? I question that. I've always questioned that. Like these Eldon cars that I had last year. Those Eldon cars, you know, we can't. However, we can make. See, there, Arbuckle. See, Arbuckle says we can't, which I just disagree. Okay. However, we can make an equivalent. I just disagree. I totally disagree. I know I know the potential the potential of what Americans can do if we put our mind to it. Okay, and I really believe there's nothing that we cannot do when we put our mind to it. I mean, right now, in Bowling Green, Ohio, on 25 going into Bowling Green, I guess it's an information center. They're building literally the largest building I've ever seen in Northwest Ohio. This thing is massive. It's taking up a field. It's right off of 75, okay? It's right off of 75. I mean, you couldn't get it closer right off of 75. And it's literally taking up this entire farm field. They've got excavating machines, they got everything. They're building everything, okay? Now, what we have is a Chinese equivalent. The Chinese, I've said this 100 million times, Chinese makes junk. A Chinese equivalent. Now, you're right about that, Arbuckle. No, you're right, Arbuckle. I totally agree, okay? But the fact of the matter is...
Me junk?
What?
You're calling me junk?
Yes, are you Chinese? Are you Chinese?
Quarter.
You're cool. Well, what's your other quarter? So you have 4 quarters to a whole. So you're saying you're quarter Chinese.
A bunch of European.
What do you mean European?
A mix of European.
Like what?
French. I got German.
You have French and German in you?
Yes.
And who is that? Your dad's side?
Yes.
So your dad is half French and half German?
No, he's a mix of a bunch of white.
He's mixed of a bunch of whites.
Yes, from the European side of the world.
Now, did you come here for a second? Did you miss us?
No.
You didn't miss this at all?
No.
Come here for a second. So, how did your Memorial Day auction go?
Huh?
You said you were going to do this auction.
No, I didn't.
You didn't tell me that I can't go because I have to help with this auction or this fundraising or something?
Okay, fundraising, yes, it went well. We raised $950.
Really?
Yes.
$900?
Yes.
Now, where is that going to?
St. Jude's Children's Hospital.
Oh, yeah, St. Jude. Okay. Oh, that's cool. You just people call in or
donate via a link.
By a link? You got all your money then?
It's all digital.
And so you didn't miss me, huh?
No.
Not at all.
No.
Really?
Yeah. I enjoyed the silence.
He doesn't like me, I don't think. So how did you and Matt Henry work together yesterday?
Just fine.
Just fine. Where are you going now?
What you mean? Oh,
hey, can you go check? There was a box that was supposed to come to the post office. Can you see if that came today? I need it because I want to show them on the live stream. See if it came.
What is it supposed to be?
It's a package. It's some printing. It's some printing that was supposed to be done.
Anyways, the 2 new AFX cars came in.
Where are they?
On the counter. Would you
Oh,
like
get them. Get one each of those. Oh, we have the new AFX. Oh yeah, the new AFX cars. The new AFX cars came today. They came in. These are the McLarens. We have 2 new cars.
They're the Senna cars.
Yeah, the Senna cars. So you can buy these individually. I wonder if there's any changes in these. I am designed to win. Anton Senna. They're the Anton Senna. I am designed to win. Anton Senna. The Anton Senna cars. These are really nice cars, I will admit. I like the way they did these. This is when racing was. If you noticed the Indianapolis 500 last night or yesterday or Monday, I noticed one thing. Okay, these guys literally are in a car you can't even see out of them. It's kind of like you're like this. Okay, you can't even turn your head. Okay, it's like am I racing? Everything breaks off. Your steering wheel breaks off. You know, I think a lot of this stuff, like for example, one of the Andretti's, you know, he was testing his car because his wheels were cold, and I think a lot of these things on these cars are just junk. Okay, they're trying to make these cars so safe. It's like you're not even racing. I'm telling you, this car here compared to this car. Okay, completely different car. This is 1970s, 1990s. Okay, now obviously Senna died. Senna died. It's just the way I am. This guy died in the car. Everybody dies. Okay. Everybody that has a passion. Look, see right here. I am not designed to come second or third. This is what he said. Okay. So Senna said, I'm not designed to come second or third. I am designed to win. Now, when you have an attitude like that, okay, you have to take all your risks. You have to take the risks along with that. Okay. I am not, listen to what he said. I am not designed to come second or third. I'm designed to win. Anton Senna. That's what he said. Now, what's really bad about these cars is now you can buy these cars and not buy the set. I don't know why they shipped these so fast, but it's really sad. I am not designed.
There was no packaging, but they said that the box was full.
Oh, we'll get the key. It's probably in the box. Go get the key. You know where the key is?
Is it the weird key?
It's the long one, the round one. I will show you, and then you can go get the post, the mail, whatever you get at the time. I know that. I was going to yell at Ben. Tell him what's going on, why it's failing. Yeah, we only had one order last night. That's kind of unusual.
It's easy enough for you to pull it.
Pull what?
Order.
What is it?
Roll caps.
Roll caps? I don't want to pull roll caps.
Is
Why?
it really that hard?
Why would I want to do that? 5 packs. He bought 5, and this is going to Canada. So we got the new Senna cars in. I am not designed to come in third or second. Right there tells you everything you know about the guy. Okay, it tells you everything you know about the guy. So when people tell me, well, it was too big, it's sad that he died. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad that anybody dies. But when you're in that situation where he's taking that risk. Okay, it's just like what's his name? I like the movie too. There was a cool movie made about him. Oh shoot, I can't think of the guy's name. But he got in an accident. His face is all disfigured, and he keeps on racing. It's like Dale Earnhardt Jr. or Dale Earnhardt. That was the worst time. That was the worst accident that NASCAR had, because it ruined NASCAR in a sense that, oh my gosh, we can't let anybody die at this thing. Oh, no. It's kind of like people are, when Elon Musk has a problem with their rocket, well, we got to make safe. We have to make space travel safe, so nobody gets hurt. Oh no. There's risks in everything. If we don't want to have risks, then we're not going to get anywhere, okay? Because that's what happens. Now, it's amazing that we can fly people across the country. We can fly them around the world. We can fly here and there in jets and everything. The amount of jets that take off, the amount of cars that we drive, that they're not just smacking into each other. And I just find it kind of funny, actually. So we have the Airtron Senna cars, and we have the Airtron Senna set too, and we have a lot of Bryan's bargains that we're going to be coming back online here in a couple days. Airtron Senna, the black and the yellow. Well, it's a good idea to have an extra, because now you don't have to open the set. So like if you wanted to have a set, okay, and not open it, now you can keep it sealed and you can have these cars to race around.
Would you like that?
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll go through some of the stuff while I'm doing the live stream. Thanks there, my friend.
Yeah, and if you were messing with cars over there, please make sure to put them back.
Which cars? What do you mean?
Just any that you're messing with.
Oh, okay. Why?
Last time you left like 20 cars.
20 cars?
A little bit of an exaggeration.
Okay, well, don't exaggerate. Remember now, I don't like exaggerations.
Okay, about 12 cars.
Okay, 12 cars.
Something like that.
All right, so Roger Moore just sent me some money. $98. Bottles of beer on the wall. 98 bottles of beer. We got some more money from Roger Moore, or from Mr. Moore. Steve Moore. We got more money from Steve, $125. We got Horizon, Bryan Young. Got $41 for Roger Moore. We got Gray Media, my advertising. I'm going through all my mail. We got a check from UPS for $1.4 million. We've got Diamond Comics. Diamond Comics. That was the company back in '94 that just totally screwed up the entire why is Diamond Comics, why are we having a class action lawsuit with Diamond Comics? Oh, I tell you.
You pulled it incorrectly. I need another one.
Did I have 5?
No, you only had 4.
Really?
Yes.
It's unusual.
You might need your eyes checked.
I need my eyes checked. From a guy that needs eyes. Here's a company. I get a new catalog. I don't know how they send these out and the amount of money they waste on these catalogs. Costco connection. Okay, so that is their mail. The rest of it is junk. Alrighty. I wonder where that box went. Shoot. Well, guys, so we have Anton Senna. I am not designed to come second or third. Now, do you know what that means? So these are brand new cars. These are shipping right now at ProTinkerToys.com. If you place an order today, if you're a club member, you get 10% off. Plus, we have these on special pricing. I think Daniel's got them on. Available right now at ProTinkerToys.com. Right now at ProTinkerToys.com. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell button, and we will see you later. I'm not going to see you later. I'm going to be right. So, what's his name is upset that I keep moving cars around. So, what do you think I should do? Is just kind of make a mess here? So, let's see here. We've got 2 Tom Wilkerson Mustangs. We have the Camaro.
Does your memory really failing you so much so that you forget such a simple name?
What's your problem in life?
Nothing.
What happened? What are you talking about? Forget a life. What do you mean?
No, forgetting such a simple name.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
You forgetting such a simple name.
What name?
Mine.
When did I talk about your name?
Just a moment ago.
What was I saying? You know, it's kind of like my wife. So my wife, I'll say what, and she'll repeat it. And then I'll say what, she'll repeat it. You know, it's so funny. I tell you, my wife used to have a conversation with her dad on Saturday morning. She would talk to her dad every Saturday morning, okay? And this is when her dad was alive, okay? And she was close to her dad, you know. But everything, this was funny because I'd always say, you got to be kidding, right? They would repeat themselves, okay? They both would repeat themselves. Everything they would say it 3 times. Hey, did you know that Loretta had this? Hey, did you know Loretta? And they would repeat themselves 3 times, okay, on everything they were talking about. And I'd be in the kitchen, I'd be walking around. I go, are you talking to your dad? Because everything you're saying 3 times. It was the funniest thing. Got to pray for my Aunt Linda. So Aunt Linda has been in the hospital so many times, and it was the end of the world, okay? Or it's going to be done. You know, this is it. And every time she pulls through and she comes out of the hospital. It's really quite amazing. But Aunt Linda's in the hospital right now. Intensive care, actually. It means he was dedicated winning. Nothing else matters. That's right. And that's and so when people say when you say, well, it's sad that he died. Yes, it's sad that he died, but he died winning. Okay. That's what he wanted to do. He died winning. Anton Senna. Anton Senna died winning. Dale Earnhardt died winning. Okay. Big difference. Okay. Big difference. Big difference. Big difference. So, what do we got here? We got some, so these cars right here, I'm just gonna talk a little bit. I don't really have much to say today. I am just kind of like I'm not really, I'm kind of like in a halfway state of coherence today. You know what it is. Can I tell you exactly what it is? I've been doing this. I've been doing this for, well, now I opened in 96. I started this in 96. Actually, you can go back all the way to 87. 85 is 40 years. I've been doing this 40 years, most of my life. 25 years is when I was 25 when I kind of started. And it comes, there comes a point where you just kind of like, you know what? You come to a point where you just kind of like say, you know what? That's it. Anton Senna. That's right, Anton Senna. And you come to a point where you say to yourself, what do I have to prove? Where do I have to prove? So it's like, okay, so who do I have to prove right now? What do I have to prove right now? Okay. Do I have to prove something to somebody? I've done everything I want to do. I just did a 4x4 layout. It took me 2 months to make it. Does anybody want to buy it? It's for sale. $2,000. You can. I'm gonna knock $1,000 off it. $2,000. Come pick it up. You can take it for $2,000. I can make one of those things every month. I've got it down now, or I can make one of those displays every month if I wanted to. Yeah, there's a lot of internet glitchy lately. You got solar storms. Look at my gray hair. Oh, I just hate this gray hair. This is my whole head is just turning gray. Pretty soon that's not even going to have black in it. It's going to be solid gray. Oh, I don't like it. I'm going to dye it tonight. I'm going to tell my wife I want to dye it to my eyelashes. See my eyelashes? I'm going to dye it to my eyelashes. Oh yeah, I was going to show you these. Okay, so I had an awesome time this weekend. I just had a fun time with my grandkids and my kids. You know, Frankie and David are still 11 and 14. And frankly, I'm going to have Frankie the rest of my life, okay? Frankie's going to be even living with me or with David or Daniel the rest of his life. Unless all of a sudden, God just speaks to him and say, Frankie, here's what you got to do. That's the only way. Because Frankie, when he wants to do something, see, this is what's so funny about Frankie. When Frankie wants to do something, he can do it. He plays this game of stupid, like with the match rockets yesterday on Monday. So he watched me how to do these match rockets, and for some reason, he knew exactly how to fold it to get a match rocket to go 4 feet. Now, you don't do that just doing it, okay? So when he wants to do something, when he puts his mind to it, he can do anything he wants. Okay, and that's the thing that I have to constantly focus on him. Is that. All right, so we have two cars that for some reason, now we don't have that many of them. Finally, we're running low on these, and these are the 57 Bel Airs with the scoops. They're the muscle car ones. And this is SC 392, 392. You got two types of that. And then you have the same cars, but these are the 57 Impalas, or the 59 Impalas. And all we have are the, I think all I have is the one color. All we have are the turquoise, or the light tan, 59 Bel Air, or Impala. 59 Impala. Isn't that amazing how this car changed from this? So this is the 58 Bel Air, and that's the 59 Impala. You see how it changed in 1 year? 1 year they went from this to this. Quite amazing design change. Then we have the Studebakers. These always sell last. For some reason, everybody buys these at the end. You got the Studebakers. And then you have the rally cars. We still have plenty of rally 393s. I love these rally cars. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take a set of these back to the store because I want these to race on the 4x4 layout. Because you get these, I want to sell it with these two cars, the rally cars. I'm going to take those back to the store or the shed. And then you have the new, this is a brand new car they came out with, new tooling. And this was the Sandy Springs Police, but the 21 Dodge Charger SRT police car. Check that out. Isn't that sweet? 2021 car. 2021. Then we have, you know what's funny about this car? So this car right here, you know, we can have these, I can have these here forever. And then all of a sudden, these things will start selling out. And that's the 2012 Dodge Challenger. Okay. We've got these in two colors, the silver and the orange. 2021 or 2012 Dodge Challengers. Okay. All of a sudden, these cars, you know, all of a sudden I have all these cars in here, and then all of a sudden somebody's trying to fill up a collection, or they miss this car, and they'll come and get this. And this is SRS or SC400. That just came out, SC400. But one car that is the really of SC400 that this is a must, okay? And that is the same cars, but this is the 1970 Dodge Charger or Challenger. Look at that, an orange one and the silver one. Beautiful combination. I mean, these are just beautiful looking cars. The Challenger. That was the car of the year of 1970. That was the pinnacle of 1970 because it ended, 1970 was the end of an era in American cars. Because then you had the end of the Nixon presidency. You went into all this global warming crap, and they started doing all this stupid stuff with cars. Then you have another car. Now, the other car we don't have a lot of, and that is the Dodge Charger. Same series, SC400. This is the Dodge, this is the Hellcat, SRT Hellcat. You got the orange and the bronze. Orange and bronze Hellcat. Orange and bronze Hellcat. SC400. Available right now at ProTinkerToys.com. Because the car that we don't have a lot of, look at that. That's all we have right there. And we only have the bronze and the orange. Same cars, but 1970 or 69 Dodge Charger. See, the 69 was, you're still in the 69s. You're still, you know, the election. You got President Nixon. You know, he came into office. He wanted to appease everybody. That was his downfall. The CIA took him out. What they did to Nixon was criminal, actually, if you really want to know the story. My grandfather was, he was so upset about what they did to Nixon. Oh my gosh. You don't want to be around him. Okay, now here is a beautiful car. And we have a full tray of these, so these are still available. Oh yes, these are my favorite too. That's because I love these cars. I love these cars, and I love this car just because it is probably, I think it's probably the most popular CUDA. Now, I had a 1967 Slant 6 CUDA. That was my favorite car. But these two cars, or this car here, was probably the best car of the 1970s. And that is the 1970s Plymouth Barracuda Grand Coupe. And it comes in orange and in this beautiful lime green. And these, you can have, and this is SC390. This came out in 2022. That's like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. 2022. It's absolutely amazing. These are beautiful cars. I love this green one here. We've had these cars now over 3 years. And that's SC390. And we got the Pontiac GTO. Holy cow. We only have one of those. We only have the bronze one. There's two of those. I only have one of the bronze ones. Look at that. The bronze GTO. You're telling me that's not a pretty looking car? Unbelievable. Bronze GTO. I can't believe we only have one of those cars. And then this right here, I can't believe, we only have one of these too. Oh my gosh. 1969 or 1967 Chevy Corvette. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? Now, we only have the black one. We have 6 of the black ones. There were basically 6 cars to this assortment. This was a huge assortment. 6 cars Plus, you got one of each color. And those are the Bel Airs. That's the red Bel Air. I think it's the red. I think you get a red. Yeah, and a red and a beige. Seems like these just came out yesterday. And these are the 1962 Bel Airs. And then they did away with the Bel Air. Basically, the Nomad or the Impala did away with the Bel Air. They just. And then car number 1, the Riviera. We only have one of the Rivieras. Oh, black. We have black and bronze. We have a black and bronze Riviera. Look at that. Black and bronze Riviera. SC390. SC390 still available. We only have 3 each of these cars. Look at this. That's all I have right there. And then 88. What do we got? 88. We got the Hummer.
Ergo.
Ergo. Lamo. Ergo Lamo. So Xavier, I found something very interesting about Xavier. And I have to be very cautious when I talk about Xavier. So his grandmother called me a couple days ago. And she wants to do something special for Xavier. Okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I want to pull 2 cars. So he wants me to pull 2 cars. Now they came out with 2. They came out with 2 Richard Petty cars. This was the Tyco Mattel version, okay, of a Richard Petty, okay. And then they came out with a Tyco version, which the detail is not as profound, okay? Here's the other version of the 43 car. And you can see the difference. See the difference in the bodies? Okay, wide pan. Wait, basically the HP7. It's a 440 kind of. The 440X2 had the divided mag. Then we come down to the basic plan that is the plan that everybody knows about. And when we come down to that plan, we have a perfect understanding of the gravity of which we live. And when we have that gravity, we understand that gravity also has a effect. Now, there's one thing that people don't understand is that all of the understandings that we have of physics and engineering and all that kind of is only based on our understanding of physics. Okay. Now, when you live in a alternate universe, like, ouch, oh my knee, oh my gosh, holy cow, I'm just getting old. I'm just getting old. Holy cow. Ouch. Okay, so we got to find this other car. I need what's his name to go down to the warehouse, and it's in another box. So I'm going to have to go do that when I end the live stream. Okay, how are you doing, Tony? Look up, great. The smiley face wasn't supposed to be there. Okay, Anthony Bateman Sr. Oh, yeah, baby, Anthony Bateman Sr.'s back. Holy cow, I want to just cry. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Anthony Bateman Sr., 63 years old. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Hey, Anthony Bateman Sr., I was thinking of coming out to your place and hanging up your TV. How about that? Would that be a great live stream? Thank you. Thank you, wild man, Mr. Tinker. Well, Anthony, I've been watching your live streams lately. I've just been, I want to support my fellow Anthony Bateman Sr. Come on. Come on over. You're invited. Oh, I'm invited. Wow. Ooh, I might take, that would be kind of interesting. How many think that would be interesting for me to go all the way to drive all the way to Massachusetts and go to Anthony's house and help him hang up his television? That'd be kind of, hey, who is that? Nate? Oh, brother. Hey, this other car is in the warehouse. They might get it mistaken because it looks exactly the same. So this car right here is in the warehouse. It's probably next to these. They're gonna have to open up the boxes to find them. Okay, do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, no, it doesn't look good. No, that looks terrible. No, it's terrible looking. You look terrible right now. You need to shave that, okay, right now. Right now, you know, I have some shady cream in the camper. I'll go get it. 10 out of 10. The best time I've had with the kids. No, I have fully control. I have all of mine. Did you watch my life? I watched you. We're short. Where I have all in line. Third mark like that. No, I tell you. Hey, you gotta keep in line. I know, right? I let them have their free time, but boy, when they're in line, so get in line right now. Youngest and the oldest. Then all of a sudden they jump into the line.
Yeah, that's good. But they have to sort. That's funny.
I know how to take care of kids.
How many were there?
Just 5.
It was Cameron, Mason, Frank, and
David,
David.
and then Connor,
Who's Connor?
my cousin.
Oh,
So we're driving up here last night. Oh, don't go see Impossible, Mission Impossible. Worst movie I've ever seen.
I heard that's the last one.
Oh, it's terrible.
Was it?
Oh, it's absolutely horrid. So, anyways, we were driving up into Wayne last night. All of a sudden, we stop at. Frank yells at me. He goes, "Stop the car right now! Why? I want to walk. I want to run back to the house. I need to lose this fat."
Did he really?
All of a sudden, just out of the blue.
I saw him mowing the yard yesterday. I was like, there you go. Get him a pair of rollerblades.
I know.
I gave David my reflective vest for his little like motorcycle and stuff.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, he needs that. All right, so we've got these 2 cars. I don't know why these all of a sudden sold now. They're not moving. We have both of these cars. SC393 came out in 2022. 2023. 23 bottles of beer on the wall. 23 bottles of beer. Knock one down, roll them down, run it a beer on the wall. Hey, guess what? So Anthony Bateman Sr. has hey Anthony, we've got a couple auction cars. Did you still want those auction cars or not? Just give us a call later on, okay? If you still want them. If not, that's fine. We can resell them at the next auction. So we got Anthony. Thank you, Tommy. I appreciate it. So Anthony Bateman, he lives in Massachusetts. Snuggles lives in Connecticut. I could maybe hit both of those places. I could go to Snuggles and Anthony. Because Anthony, I was watching his videos in his basement and everything. And he wants to hang up his television so he can show all the different races and everything. Hold on a second. Knock one down.
Take one down, pass it around. 99 bottles of root beer on the wall.
Xavier around. 91 bottles of Xavier. Knock one down, pass it around. 91 bottles of Xavier around. 91 bottles of Xavier. Okay, well, that should work. All right, so let's see. We've got, what else did I want to show you guys that I haven't shown you in a while? Those cars I hadn't shown you in a while. And then the Power Pony. We've got the Power Pony and then the new what do you call it? Okay, so we just 410, 5, 6. I was just right here. 410 Power Pony. One of the green Cudas or Camaros. Neo Green Camaro, 1969. Wow, that's a pretty looking car. Look at that, Neo Green Camaro. So somebody just bought the Neo Green Camaro. Holy moly. Oh, here they are right here. So here is my favorite assortment. And I don't know why these aren't selling as fast as they should. Well, actually they are. You know what the problem is with this assortment? You know what the problem is with this assortment is? We're not selling a lot of the single cars. We're selling all 8. Everybody is buying all 8 of these cars, okay? So they're wanting to get all 8, because there's not a lot. You know, they want to get all 8 of these cars. They want to get all the Chaparrals. You got 2 Chaparrals. All right. So you have 2 Chaparrals. There's only 8 cars. And they want to get both. They want to get both of these. Especially the chrome. They want to get both of these, which are the Grand Sport, the Corvette Grand Sports. They want to get both of those. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Get it right.
And then you get 2 of the Shelby Daytona Grand Coupe or Daytona Coupe. You get both of these, which are just probably the nicest cars of the assortment. Look at these things, unbelievable. And so then you get the GT40s. Everybody wants the GT40s. It's not like, well, I don't want the GT40. They have to have the GT40s. So you get all 8 cars in a sealed box. You get all 8 cars, okay? And Daniel's got those on a special pricing too if you buy all 8 of them. All 8 of them, you get all 8 of them. Snuggles, okay, so, and apparently there was an attempt for a Starship launch tonight. They did launch it. What happened to the Andrew Jackson hat? This is the Andrew Jackson. Oh, I can't find my Andrew Jackson hat. I don't know where. It's in the house somewhere, and all of a sudden it's missing. It'll show up some. I'm buying a new one anyways. Yeah, Snuggles sent me a picture. I must have put together about 50 of these model kits. This is an accurate representation of the submarine I was on. The Andrew Jackson, the USS Andrew Jackson. Pretty much accurate. I could show you my here's where I worked. So that's the reactor compartment right here. That's the reactor compartment right here, right next down to the missile compartment, okay? Right here, this is the missile compartment. And my office was right there. There's where my office was. Okay, so what other, okay, Daniel on Ryan, yeah, what do you think? Bryan, okay, let's get out the email. Let's get email out ASAP asking about who wants Bryan to visit. We need, if you too busy, Danny, I can make email today and send it. What do you think? Yeah, okay. And then family, okay, all right, so here's Linda. All right, so this is the latest news. Linda isn't great, and she is going to stay sedated while she is healing. Situation lets her be comfortable. Sedation lets her be comfortable. Unfortunately, she can't communicate while sedated and having a tube inserted to keep her breathing. She's getting great care, and everything that can be done is being done. So I want to keep our prayers for Linda. One thing I know about Linda, she really can pull it through. Daniel was just down there last week. So here are the boys with Yogi Bear. There's the boys with Yogi Bear. And we've got The grandkids were swimming in the pool. I took out Riley to dinner. Riley and I went to dinner together. Grandpa is just spending a lot of time with my grandchildren. I was thinking about that with Mac. So Mac, you know, he had 30 years with the grandkids, and that's what I have. I have 30 years. I basically have 30 years. Okay? Now, some people say, well, you don't know you're going to live 30 years. No, you're right. I don't. I could die tomorrow, actually. That's why I want to cherish every minute of the day. I want to do as much as I can to spend as much time with my grandkids as I can, because one of these days my grandkids, they're going to grow up and I'm going to be gone. They're going to be in their 30s and 40s and I'm going to be gone, and they won't even know me. All they're going to hear is about what Grandpa did. What did Grandpa do? Because now Ryan is going to be a grandpa. It's going to be Ryan is the grandpa. Okay, and so I'm going to be out of the picture. So I've got to be there as much as I can. Okay, so there's unopened,
four, 1, 9, 5, 7, 5.
I totally agree with you on that, Bryan. That's one thing we really can agree. What? Come on, Xavier. Come on, Anthony. We agree on a lot more than that. Let's see. You don't know how much time you have on this planet. I just lost two friends, Chris Hamilton and Shane Hunter. I was a carpentry class with Shane. No, that's funny, and that's why. It's why Xavier or Anthony's spending a lot of time with his grandkids in his basement. Oh, it's all about that. It's all about that right now. We can put everything aside and just spend time with our grandkids. You know, every time I call Daniel, it's like trying to get a hold of a Martian.
Four, 1, 9.
Unbelievable. SC3 415, SC 415 unopened is out of stock. All right, I'm having checked that right now because I know we've got plenty of SC 415s. Maybe we don't. Maybe we already sold them. We have a lot of 408s, 411s, 408s, 405s, 381. So these are the cars. Okay, you know what's amazing? I don't think my kids listen to me. So Ryan sends me a text message. He says, "Dad, you didn't really answer on the live stream. Is that a yes that you will go help set up the TV and set up the road trip visiting PPL?" No, I didn't necessarily answer that question yet. I just proposed it. I said, what do you think, guys? Do you think that'd be kind of funny for me to go on a trip and set up Anthony Bateman's television? It was a question. A question. Unbelievable. I don't know if I'm going to do it. If I'm going to do it, I've got to plan it. I've got to figure out how I want to do it. I mean, come on, man. Everybody just wants to preach to me. Well, we need to know so I can send that email out right now. Well, I don't know if I want to do it right now. I don't want to send the email if you're not serious. I understand that, Ryan. But you know what? I just got back from camping and everything, and so I'm trying to figure out when I'd want to do that. Do I want to take Frankie and David both with me? Do I want to take the camper? Do I want to drive? Do I want to fly? Do I want to rent a bus and take a bus there? I don't know how I want to do this. Do I just get in the Mini Cooper or the van and just decide to take off? There's a lot of discussions to make. I just can't take off. I don't know if Anthony Bateman Sr. wants me to show up there. I could show up and he doesn't want to see me. I don't know. Yes, but that's what you love. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So all 8 cars are unavailable right now on SC415. So all we have left of SC415 is what I have here in the trays. So if you want all 8 of the cars, you have to buy all 8 cars, because we're out of the sealed boxes. We're out of all the unopened boxes, the open boxes that we just put all 8. SC 408, all 8 cars. See, that's another one. Look at this. So these are the Thunderbolts, okay? The Ford Thunderbolt. So there's 2 Thunderbolts. You got Ford Thunderbolts. They only made 100 of these cars, okay? The Ford Thunderbolts. All right, this is a custom designed car. All right, 1965 Ford Thunderbolt. Or 64 Ford Thunderbolt. And then you get the Impalas, the green and the black, the jet black. And you can get all 6 of these. There's only 6 of these cars in 408. You get all 6 cars. And then of the best car is the yellow and red Willys. Of these 2 cars. I mean, give me a break. Look at these. And so those are SC408, and then we got unopened 408s. You can get all 408. There are 3 cars. Oh, you get 4 each. You get 4 each of those cars. SCT 408, you get 4. And there's a potential to get an I-wheel inside of here. And then you got 411, the greatest hits. SC 411s. Which are the Novas the Mustangs, the Bel Air, and the Buick GS. You got 4 cars, 2 different styles, and this is SC411, and we have all 4 cars. You get all 8 cars, The Nova, the Mustang, the Impala, and the Buick GS. All 8 cars, 2 colors each of them. Holy moly. Man, I didn't realize all these beautiful cars. These are all the latest. And this one right here, I'll tell you right now. So these are beautiful. These how they offset the orange and the blue. These are Ford Mustangs, Thunderjets. Thunderjet 4 months, the 429 Boss, 1970. This is the car my friend Greg Redmond had, and we used to chase each other around town. I had the 65, not 65, I had the 67 Mustang, or 65 Mustang. And he had this car right here. Then we have all the cars, all those cars. That's SC411, 408, and then 405, 397. Those are 3 cars. 381s are the Looney Tunes. Got those a good price too. 381s. I think they're like $12 a piece. Holy cow. $12 a car. SC381, $12 a car. You get the Dirty Racer X, Speed Racer, and the Plymouth Fury. $12 a car. $12. And then we've got all 3 cars. We got 5 variants. You can buy all 3 cars. Man, what a deal. $12 a car. 381. Does anybody understand what that means? 381. 381 right here. 381. You got Racer X. You've got Speed or Racer X, Speed Racer, and the Dirty Christine 1958 Plymouth Fury. All 3 cars, $12 a piece, $36. $36. 12. And if you're a club member, you get 10% off. Holy cow! Don't tell anybody. Keep that to ourselves, okay? We don't want a lot of people to know about it. Okay, we don't want to know a lot of know about we don't want a lot of people to know about what all these special deals we have. Okay, because everybody wants to get their deal first before everybody else finds out about it. And then we got in a brand new vehicle We got a brand new vehicle today. Is that Nate? You know, if the weather could be a little bit colder. So if the weather could be a little colder, I think I'd be a little happier. Okay, so anybody that believes in global warming, I'm sorry. Yes, let's see. Yes, that would be a fun time. I'll try to convince Bryan tonight. I'll call you Tony. Okay, what the heck? Bozy killed, LOL.
Bozy killed.
Rob, I think I'll be awesome if you can, Jim, come over tonight. So just remember, Tony, when you and I were going to do a live stream. Yes, I remember that, Snuggles.
Snuggy and Anthony Bateman Sr.
All right, so today's
live stream is brought to you by the Handlebar Mustache.
okay, that's terrible looking. Just shave it. So how many
tried
matches
to.
did you sell on Friday? I don't know why he's taking Friday off.
Who, me? Ryan?
No, Ryan. That
Because he
should
works
be,
all weekend.
no, that doesn't
Morning.
matter. I used to do that all the time.
You used to do it all the time.
I never had any days
Well,
off.
you raised a wuss.
I know. That's what I'm
the biggest
saying.
disappointment. Hey, Snuggy. I kind of like that mustache on your neck and your
Can you
neck.
please tell me why you're here?
Look at that cat right there. It's like watching stuff in the zoo. I'm here to support the business.
Okay. All righty. Have a nice day, Mac.
Why? What's wrong? Can I just stand here and you
No,
can do
you
your live stream? I won't say anything.
No, you can't. Because you won't stand there, Mac. Oh my gosh, the guy is crazy. All right, so today's episode is sponsored by a brand new vehicle. We just got a restock of these, okay? And that is the Mayflower van. Do you know that I have a guy that wants to buy a bunch of these, but he's going to strip them and basically paint them a new color? Can you believe it? I don't understand it. These are absolutely beautiful, and these are available at ProTinkerToys.com. These are iWheels flamethrowers, basically. Look at that thing. Isn't that beautiful? So, I can't believe how fast today went. It's already 2 o'clock, or it's already 2 hours. I want to go to Star Diner instead. So Snuggles and I are having this argument about Starship, and he keeps making the mention how they keep failing with orbital insertion and all that kind of stuff. And I keep telling him that, this is a private firm, number one, and these are all experimental airplanes. They're trying to figure out all the problems that can go on these rockets. Okay, the main thing is that the Super Heavy, okay, that is the main engine that blasted off with 32 Raptor engines. Every single one of those engines lit, okay, and they shut them down and they start them back up. They shut them down, they start them back up. And that's the second time they've launched that Super Heavy. So they saved almost $100 million just by reusing it. Now the Starships, those are just all experimental. They're trying every different aspect. I'm not worried a thing They've done 4 flights this year already. 4 flights already this year. They've landed 2 of them. No, I think it's amazing what Elon Musk is doing with no, all the problems that they're having with Starship is normal. Listen, and I can't make this more evident, that when they caught that Super Heavy on those arms, that literally shocked the world. I mean, it shocked the Chinese. It shocked everybody. All right. Now, I was listening to this thing about this guy that was saying that China is already mining helium-3 on the moon. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, so they're already mining helium-3 on the moon. The Chinese are. Okay. That I not that I doubt it. I just don't see it in the Chinese. Their equipment is, and then you have North Korea. They launched one of their newest ships. It sank. You can't make this stuff up. You just can't make this stuff up. So we've got a lot of deals going on. And we have Memorial Day sale. I don't know how long that sale goes on. Tommy Derby, Tommy, I love you. I love how your grandson gets excited running your cards. That is what we need. Yes, that would work out. They can't do a pit kit. They can't do a pit kit with the semis because what they should do is come out with the pit kit, but your chassis is already made. That's what they do. Yep, that's what they have to do. Yeah, okay, so here's the deal. The new pit kits, any new pit kits you do, you just do them with the white bodies, but the chassis is already assembled. Just stick it in a package, but you get a white body, and the person puts the car together themselves. But the chassis is already assembled. That solves that problem. All right, so I just sent that to Richard. That's the way to fix it. Just put this chassis together, stick it in the packaging, put the body white, and be done with it. We need a tanker and a truck for semis as a pit kit, but with the chassis already assembled. So that's what you do. That's how you do that. That's how you fix that there. I just fixed another thing. We just fixed another problem. ProTinkerToys.com. ProTinkerToys.com for like, subscribe. Hit the notification bell button. And tomorrow, here's what we're going to do tomorrow. Okay. Show this. Oh, yeah. I'd like to buy that. My new pizza truck on way, getting custom painted. Show this. Yeah, right. Well, guys, we've had a great show today. We had an awesome show today. I'm trying to think. So the show, we got a lot of special deals going on right now. Oh yeah, tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm going to do a live stream tomorrow also. When I was a little boy, my mom always took me to the fire station every time I'd ask her. Usually she would bring me there. Nice to get excited. They used to bring me to the fire trucks to the parade. Yes, that would be cool to paint your own rig. So, and then tomorrow night, I've got like 10 trays of cars that these are cars that we've used over the last 2 years, 3 years in racing and all that. And I think I'm going to auction those all off and then start this September with brand new cars. Yeah, Bryan Young, ProTinkerToys.com. Bryan Young, ProTinkerToys. No, why am I saying that? No, my name is just Bryan Young. Hello. Yes. Oh, wait a minute. I got a live stream to do tomorrow. Oh, no, I think I could do tomorrow. Yeah, I'll do tomorrow. Oh, wait a minute. No, we got our meeting. We have a meeting together. Oh, I have another meeting. How about later in the day? I forgot I got another meeting. 11 o'clock? Do you really? 17th of... Yeah. All right. Yep, thank you. Okay, so we're going to have an auction tomorrow night, just you and I, and we're going to sell all the old cars because then I'm going to bring in all the new cars for next year. We're going to have all new cars, okay? And we're going to start with a fresh batch of cars, and we're just going to start that way. And then on Friday, we'll have a standard live stream on Friday that I normally do. And I might do a couple more 4x4 layout videos because we're basically finished with that layout. And then I want to do just some racing with it. So we've been on now almost 2.5 hours. We started around 9 o'clock. It's already almost 12 o'clock. I want to thank everybody for watching our live streams. Thank you for supporting ProTinkerToys.com. We want to thank ProTinkerToys.com. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button. Bryan Young, ProTinkerToys.com. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell button. Bryan Young, ProTinkerToys.com. Right down here, you want to hit the notification bell button. Click, 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 click. Hit the thumbs up. You always want to click the thumbs up, always, when you're watching. Just automatically do that first. Whenever I'm watching Anthony Bateman Sr., I always click the thumbs up. Especially when he says, what does he say? Okay, brother. No, what's he say? Fellow slot car. Oh, what's he say? My fellow slot car brothers. What's his tagline? He's got his tagline. Anthony Bateman Sr. has it. I appreciate you. Bryan, you got the thumbs up too. All right, we will see you guys later. Thank you very much, and God bless. Not that many people on X.